So today we're going to hit on a real cool one, which is mercury. Check this. Free energy. See that? See that spinning? That's the magic of mercury. Now, they tell us to stay away from mercury because it's toxic, but they also tell you that it's toxic because it's toxic to the profits of JP Morgan Chase and the Rockefellers and all the other people who bought out the energy industries so that they could put a meter on something and charge it to you, right? That's the whole thing. Check this right here. Mercury on top of a light bulb spinning. And the thing is the spinning is very fascinating because when you look at the old buildings from the old world, the sacred buildings, they used to have these brass balls and they loaded them up with mercury and they put them real high up so that they could gather atmospheric energy, which is free energy. The higher you go up, the more energy that's up there. And they would run, for example, a copper wire down into their home and they could use that if they wanted free energy or to light their light bulbs or whatever things that they had in the home. A lot of this is never disclosed because, for example, when we look at all of these things from the past, we start to look at a lot of things were about electrical conductivity. Look at that. They all look like conductors, right? Sacred buildings are looking like conductors. They're built like conductors. There's free energy right there. Free energy right there. But the thing is they changed all the history to make it look like everybody was fighting each other. It was medieval. People were going against each other. But in reality, I think the hidden history of the past is very different than what we've been taught.
All the time. It's always plugged in.
Michael Bissell stays busy doing lots of woodworking projects around the house, but he says his utility bill is paying for it.
It just draws a lot and, throws the bill up, but I like to do it, when I get home and relax.
Bissell's power tools all have motors, just like household appliances like a washer and dryer. All of these motors produce heat or wasted energy, which in turn equals a higher utility bill.
If most of my energy is going, through the motors, then that's what I needed to look at.
To cope with his over $200 a month electric bill, Bissell purchased an electric saving device called the K-Bar Energy Controller. The device helps eliminate wasted energy given off by motors that is normally fed back to utility company capacitors.
What we do is we stop that power from going out back to the utility company and store it in your own home. So you're recycling your own power instead of paying for it twice as you're doing now without a capacitor installed in your home.
The K-Bar box stores and also regulates electricity,
making the motors run more efficient, cooler, and making them last longer.
My water heater alone is 18 years old, and they normally don't last that long, so if I can make anything last longer or work better, it's all the better for my bill.
After having the K-Bar device for only 1 month, Bissell's utility bill was lowered by about 15%. After 5 months, Bissell's bill went down 20%, something he says he can't complain about.